Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about indifference curve analysis, and this topic is useful for BA and BCom students. Okay, so first we discuss about cardinal utility and ordinal utility. Cardinal utility means when we measure the utility in terms of numbers, we can quantify the utility. But in ordinal utility analysis, we provide the ranking. We does not quantify the utility. So indifference curve analysis is ordinal utility. It's not the cardinal utility. So first is indifference schedule. An indifference schedule refers to the different combinations of two goods that provide equal satisfaction to the consumers. Indifference curve schedule refers to a table showing different combinations of two commodities with equal level of satisfaction. So this is our indifference schedule. It shows here we have two goods, good X and good Y, and we have four combinations. If we eat one good of X good and 10 units of good Y. Similarly, this is the A combinations. Similarly, this is the B combination, C and D. So when we represent this indifference schedule in graphical forms, it is indifference curve. So this is our indifference curve. Indifference curve shows different combinations of two goods that give equal satisfaction to the consumers, like combinations A, B, C and D. All these combinations provide equal satisfaction to the consumers, and consumer is indifferent on these combinations. Clear? Similarly, what is the slope of indifference curve analysis? Marginal utility of substitutions. This is the marginal utility of substitutions. This is loss of Y good divided by gain of X goods. If you when we move from A point to D point on the indifference curve, we are increasing the consumption of X goods and we are decreasing the consumptions of Y goods. So this is the rate at which P substitute good X on good Y. Suppose MRS. Here, to increase one more unit of good X, we have sacrificed 3 units of Y good. So 1 is to 3. Clear? Similarly, when we move from 2 to 3, we have increased 1 unit of good X and we have sacrificed 2 units of good Y. In the same way, we have increased 1 unit of good X, we have sacrificed 1 unit of good Y. So this sacrifice is going down because to maintain same level of utility, if you are increasing the consumption of one good, you have to reduce the consumption of other goods. So this rate is decreasing, like 1 is to 3, 1 is to 2 and 1 is to 1. So that's why indifference curve are convex to the origin because of law of diminishing marginal rate of substitutions, like this. Now the second properties of indifference curve is higher the indifference curve, higher the level of satisfactions. This is called indifference map. Indifference map is a set of indifference curve is called indifference map. In this IC1, IC2 and IC3. We get more satisfactions on the IC3 as compared to IC2 and IC1. IC2 give more satisfaction as compared to IC1 and IC2 give more satisfaction as compared to IC1. So higher the indifference curve, higher the level of satisfactions. Next properties of indifference curve is indifference curve never cut x-axis and y-axis, because in indifference curve we take two commodities. When it touch y-axis and when it touch x-axis, it means we are consuming zero quantity at one point. So intersect indifference curve never intersect x-axis and y-axis. Next properties of indifference curve is goods and y-goods. Two indifference curve never intersect each other. Two indifference curve never intersect each other. Now, what is the conditions of consumer equilibrium in case of indifference curve analysis? When our budget line, this is our budget line. Budget line shows the different combinations of two goods that can be bought given the income and given the prices of two commodities. So, in case of indifference curve analysis, a consumer is in equilibrium when indifference curve and budget line both are tangent to each other. It means slope of indifference curve is marginal rate of substitutions and slope of budget line is price of good x and price of y. So this is the conditions of consumer equilibrium in indifference curve analysis when marginal rate of substitutions is equal to the slope of the budget line. So this is the point at which indifference curve and budget line both are tangent to each other. Clear? This is the point of consumer equilibrium. Now, consumer indifference curve is based on certain assumptions. First assumption is rationality. A consumer is rational. When we talk about consumer in economics, we always talk about a rational consumer. A rational consumer is a person who always maximizes satisfaction. He know about the prices given his income. He wants to maximize his satisfactions. Second assumption of indifference curve is non-satiety. It means consumer always want more quantity of a commodity as compared to other, like 5 rasgulla instead of 3 rasgulla. Clear? So he want more quantity of a commodity as compared to less. Third assumption of indifference curve analysis is diminishing marginal rate of substitutions. It means if you want to increase the consumption of one good, you have to reduce the consumption of the other goods to maintain same level of satisfactions. Next is consistency. A consumer is consistent on his decision. If he prefer A to B, A commodity as compared to B, then next time he also prefer A commodity when B is available. So his decision is consistent. Suppose A is preferred to B, B is preferred to C, then A is preferred to C. A is better than B, then B is better than C, then A is better than C. Yeah.